Hey everyone, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and this is a showcase of Anna Griffin's latest embossing folder collection. It's called Gatefold Embossing Folders, and it debuted on HSN last week during the 24-hour craft festival. Now, I believe she only had 100 of these available, so they sold out really quick, and though it was mentioned on air, it wasn't really showcased on air because they sold out really quick. But I read on her blog this morning that these folders will be available May 11th, I believe. So if you're interested, be sure to check them out. Now, you get 6 folders in this collection, and they're all 12 inches by 5.5 inches. And these folders are different. They're special because they're designed to make gatefold cards. And so I'm going to walk you through the 6 designs, and then I'm going to give you some observations on these folders. Okay, so let's first start with this one, which is called Flourish Card. And by the way, all these are lace designs. And so I was experimenting. That's why I have so many different cards here. I experimented with different types of paper, and I also experimented with putting the paper in face up and face down, because I'm going to show you for some of the cards. Well, let me first show you. The designs are really, really, really pretty, really lacy, and this particular folder folds like this, or you can have it that way, whichever you choose. So really pretty. The embossing came out beautifully. However, I noticed with the folders, with the actual card, it tended to tear along the fold lines. And so that's why I experimented with different card stocks to find out if it was the card stock that I was using, because you know, if you emboss a lot, certain card stocks just don't lend itself well to embossing at all. You really need a certain type of paper to get the best end result. And so I used maybe 5 or 6 different types of paper, and I'll talk more about those tears along the folds a little later, but just wanted to show you how pretty these designs came out. Now this next one is Ribbon Flower Card. This is probably my favorite one. Really pretty. I hope the camera picks that up. And this is how this side looks. It's the deboss side. I like the idea of these gatefold cards because it really is easy to make a card. I made cards already using this collection, and I'm going to show you those cards in my next video. So this one is called Brussels Lace Card. Now, the embossing on this side is actually debossed because, once again, I was experimenting with it, and so I actually have the embossed side inside the card. Really pretty. And that's how that one looks. Fold it that way or that way. I think you can choose. This next card is called a Milli lace card. And you could actually, with this one, cut out the border and use that. That's how that side looks. So these folders already have the score lines in it. You just have to fold. And this next one is called Georgette Lace Card. And I did a couple cards here. So this is just a lot of flowers, looks like. And I don't know if I finished that part there. We'll see on the next one. But that's how that looks. And then this is a foil paper. Oh, let me show you. This has a lot of flowers. Oh, it's the same one as the last one, so. That's a pretty border here, vertical border. I like that. So really nice. And then this last folder is called a Mille Brocade. And I probably did more cuts with this card, or with this folder, than the rest of them, because I had more tears, I think, with this one. So let me start. This is pretty. This is my second favorite. Let me turn it this way. Show it to you. It's really pretty. And that may be a rose there. So I'm not sure if I embossed that one right. So let's get to the next one. Let me see here. Close it. You see that tear? You have to really use a good paper, because all papers, once again, don't lend itself to embossing. So you really have to go through your stash and use a good paper. I'm going to show you a couple papers that worked very well with these folders. See, it tore too. And I mean, I used my paper in the folder face down and face up to see which would give me the better results. Now if you notice here, this is the deboss side, and then the inside had the emboss side. Real pretty. Okay, so my observations is this. For most of my folders, I use the Big Shot Pro. I would suggest to use the Cuttlebug. It appeared the Cuttlebug had less tearing along the fold lines. Just like die cutting machines, they have different tension for die cutting. Some cut better than others. I think the same is true with the embossing. This one was made using the Big Shot Pro. You also need a good paper. This paper here, it did well in the Cuttlebug and in the Big Shot Pro, and I got absolutely no tears whatsoever. Now the name of this paper is by Colorbach, and it's called Brush Silver. I got mine at Tuesday Morning, a pack of 24, 25 for $2. I got both packs. I haven't seen it there since. I went online. I found one site, but I wasn't for sure if it was the same paper. This paper embosses beautifully, but it's probably going to be hard to find. So that's observation number 2. Now, as I stated earlier, I had my paper, I embossed it face up and face down. Well, it worked better, or I had minimized tears along the fold line when I embossed it face down. But the only thing is, if you do it that way, you're going to get your embossing, well, your embossing is going to be inside your card, and you'll have your debossing on the outside. You could do it either way, but you know, it was intended to put it in like that and get your embossing on the outside. But you can be creative. I mean, you can go both ways. So anyway, Anna Griffin made more of these gatefold cards because it appears that the tears happen along the embossing. I would suggest not to add any embossing designs along the fold lines. That way you would minimize the tears in the paper, and the crafter could use more of his or her paper supply. This is a very nice collection here. I do like it. I had a couple ideas in mind. Once again, I made cards. I'm going to show you those cards in this next video, and I'm going to show you another way that I plan on using these embossing folders. So once again, if you're interested in this, check out HSN in the month of May, because this collection is coming back. And if you guys have any tips or techniques, please feel free to share those with me. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.